Hello everyone! Today, if you're struggling with French verbs or if you want to learn about them from scratch, I'm going to show you a mind map. I call it the French tree to master 90% of French verbs, the ER verbs. The ER verbs are the most common French verbs, so when you know how to conjugate them, you make a great leap forward in your French learning. So let's take the verb for to talk or to speak. Parler. The foundation is you remove the ER, that sounds E, and you get parle. So the most basic rule in French is if you want to pronounce the last consonant of a French word, you need to add an E to pronounce the last consonant. The E activates the last consonant. Je parle, elle parle, il parle, on parle. And you can even add tu parles. So another basic rule is with tu, you always add a silent S. Always. And then you have il parle, elle parle. So with they, you always add a silent N and a silent T. Always. And also note that all what we have seen so far sound the same. Parle. And that can be disturbing because when you hear il parle, out of context, you can't make the difference between he or they. And that's the same for elle parle. You can't make the difference between they and she. But actually, that's really a problem because you never speak out of context. And usually there's no confusion. And now let's add the plural you. With the plural you, the verb sounds like the infinitive form, the to form. Vous parlez. And you always replace the R by a Z. Always. And there's also a second form of we, very formal, mainly used in written French. Nous parlons. So here you always replace the ER by on. O-N-S, and the S is silent. So finally, you see that the tree is okay. The tip is focus on how it sounds. Then get that you need an E to pronounce the last consonant. You need a silent S with tu, a silent N and T with de, etc. So let's try another verb, like for instance to give or to donate. Donner. Je donne. Tu donnes. Elle donne. Il donne. On donne. Vous donnez. Il donne. Elle donne. And the very formal, nous donnons. But now, let's see some subtleties with the verb to eat. Manger. Like a manger with a French accent. Je mange. Tu manges. Elle mange. Il mange. On mange. Vous mangez. Il mange. Elle mange. And the very formal, nous mangeons. So why do we add an E just after the G? You're supposed to replace the ER by on. But a G with on sounds gon. Whereas we want jon, mangeons. So we add an E, and the E turns the sound of the G into J, jon. Nous mangeons. And that's why I say focus on how it sounds. But that's not over. I'd like to show you the verb for to start or to begin or to commence. Commencer. Je commence. Tu commences. Elle commence. Il commence. On commence. Vous commencez. Il commence. Elle commence. And the very formal, nous commençons. So here, what is that under the C? Une cédille. We are supposed to replace the ER by on. But a C and on sounds con, whereas we want son, commençons. So the trick is to add une cédille to get the sound son. Nous commençons. So I just wanted to show you what I call the subtleties with to eat, manger, and to start, commencer. But the vast majority of ER verbs work like I said. They are completely regular, like to talk, parler, or to give, donner. And these simple rules sum up the main foundations that you'll see all the time in French. So if you liked this French lesson, let me know in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for the next ones. See you!